Hi folks, welcome to Ferrum Wrestling 411. I'm your host, Gary Holden. Today with me is head coach Nate Yetzer. Nate, how you doing?
Hey Gary, good, real good.
Welcome back to the show. It's
Thank
been
you.
a while, huh?
Yeah, it's been a while. Yep.
Good holiday for you? Good holiday for you guys?
Excellent. Yeah, it was a lot of fun with the family, and
yeah.
It's obviously busy. It was nice to get a little bit of a break, but it's good to be back and competing again, and had a busy last couple weeks, obviously. So
yeah, it sounds like we got a lot to talk about here. So.
Yeah.
Well, when you came back and everything, probably the first thing you're worried about when you see kids walking through the doors after break is how big they look.
Yeah. Guys did a good job over break, though. I think the guys showed some maturity and came back pretty good shape, and also weights pretty much under control. So that was huge, and kind of expect everybody to come back to, ready to go and healthy, because obviously we haven't been healthy at all this year, and unfortunately, that wasn't the case, but we moved on. So
sure, you got some backups that are starting to get some time
Absolutely,
on the mat and everything. Yep. So, all right, well, let's jump back a couple weeks. Let's go back to the NWCA National Duels. You went out to Illinois for that long road trip. Didn't come back with the success you had last year. Talk a little bit about how things went out there.
They didn't go well. Obviously, we were forced to put some young guys in the lineup. Some guys that was their first time kind of in the lineup. Sure. I think we had, 5 or 6 guys in the lineup that weren't in the lineup at the beginning of the year, and some young guys that maybe didn't prepare as well as they should have. But I think overall, I thought we competed hard. It's just that we just made a lot of mistakes, and at that level, at that tournament, especially this year. There's not a lot of room for mistakes, and we made a lot of them. So
you can't hide a weak weight class or a weak performance.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Really weak performance, and just mistakes, honestly. Because I think against Co, our first match, we had four of our losses. We were winning the match to the end and got pinned. So we went from winning the match with a 3-point decision to giving up 6, a 9-point swing, and you're not going to beat any teams that way.
Yeah, that happens 2 times, you're in trouble. Never mind happening 4 times. So.
Yep. So
well, the good thing is those guys at least had an opportunity to learn from those
things.
Things.
Yeah.
Go back, watch the video, and understand that I was really up right there. I should have just done this or that. And, and that's a great thing about watching.
We left the day before too, and I'm not sure. I'll take that. I'll take that as a coach. We probably should have left 2 days before. It's such a long drive to leave the day before, and. We got in about halfway, about 4 or 5 hours in the trip. With the first 4 or 5 hours, we had no heat in the bus, so we were freezing. You know what I mean? And not to make excuses, but we had a lot of things against us, and which is sometimes good for adversity. But when you have a young team, an experienced team, you take them up there against that caliber of teams. You need a lot of things going your way too,
sure.
and things didn't. And at the end of the day, it's we got to get better, and I think the guys realize that. So.
Well, you came back and you had to prepare. You had a short turnaround week. Had to go out to Hampton, Virginia, to the Virginia Duels.
We had the Greensboro Duel on Wednesday.
That's right.
Wrestled Greensboro. Guys did really well. We sat some guys with injuries as well, and but the guys did really well. And again, but made some mistakes. Made some of the same mistakes. A couple weights that were winning the match and get beat. You know what I mean? And get pinned. And so I think. But I was really happy that the weekend of Virginia Duels, the first day we wrestled really well, wrestled a Division II team and beat them up pretty good. I was really proud of the guys' effort, and we're correcting mistakes. They came back the next day and wrestled Liberty in the semifinals of Virginia Duels, and I think we're kind of tentative. We didn't take a lot of risk, and Liberty did a good job. They were really fired. You could tell they were fired up to wrestle us, and just got handled a little bit. A lot of close scores. I think we lost all the close matches, and I think that kind of tested us a little bit because you had to wrestle right afterwards. And we came back, we wrestled a lot better, cleaned up our wrestling, a lot more action, and then obviously we wrestled a little bit later the finals for 3rd and 4th against Apprentice.
Tight match all the way through.
Yeah, they're a good team. They're actually some good kids, and obviously. A little short-handed, but we wrestled really, really well. And I was really, really happy. As a team, collectively, it's probably the best we've wrestled this year.
Any individual performances that really stood out at the duels for you?
I think 41 Tatum Tyree did a great job. I thought he wrestled really hard. And he was starting to correct mistakes.
Finished 3-1 at the duels.
Right. Yeah, he went through a swing there with freshmen. As a freshman, you go through that an area where you kind of not wrestling real well, not a lot of confidence, but he's starting to wrestle really well, doing a good job. There was quite a few guys. Brett Binnix, I thought, did a lot better job the second day and competed hard.
Yep.
and not making a lot of the same mistakes.
Brett's your backup at 125.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, and Bobby Z, I thought did a good job. Bobby Z Freund did a good job. Braxton May, dropped a couple real close matches, but looked good. I mean, he wrestled really hard, and I think he's starting to figure things out as well too. And Andrew Tolbert wrestled well. I think besides one match where he let his level come up a little high, cost him a match a few times, but he wrestled good on the weekend. And Rosenbaum did a great job. Yep, went 3-1, I believe, and wrestled hard and got us bonus points when we needed it.
Yep.
And the heavyweights did a good job too. They competed hard and they're still figuring things out and doing a good job. So overall,
Tyreek Nolan got put in an apprentice match with it within reach. They needed to pin him.
Right.
He went in and won a 6-1 decision. Really controlled that match right from the get-go. Takedown in the first 5 seconds of the match.
Is his first of this year is his first complete match. Usually he makes a few mistakes and sometimes it costs him big. It's pinned like the duel against Greensboro, where he's winning the match. But he just wrestled a complete match and a smart match.
Sure.
And that's what happens. I think he beat him pretty good, 6-1 or something. So
in a situation like that, when you've got the heavyweight is typically the last match,
right?
And I think it's neat to see when a guy goes out there and he knows what he's got to do and he knows what he can't allow.
Right. Yeah.
He goes out there and gets it done. It looks like he really did a good job for you guys.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, we've been pretty blessed with heavyweights. Just with tape for these guys, and then Carlos did a good job earlier in the year. Before he got injured, but then Alvino and Tyreek have done a good job of Tyreek recently, and Alvino he knows what he's got to do to go out there, and so I was really proud of the guys. Did a good job.
Good.
Yep.
All right, so what do we got next here? This week you've got a dual meet against the first-time opponent, first year program, Averett University. What are you expecting down there in Danville?
Well, I think down below they're pretty. They have some good guys, really good guys. I mean, guys that are knocking on the door of being NCAA qualifiers as freshmen. So. Those guys, obviously, Benix and Bailey Cooper. Those guys got to be ready to rock, ready to go. And Tatum too, So I'm really excited to see those guys compete at those weights. And obviously they're young up top, from like 49 on. They're a pretty young team, and but our guys got to be ready to go, because when you're young and inexperienced, every match is going to be close.
Sure.
So you got to be able to. Dig deep and prepare the right way and be ready to go.
My guess is Averett will probably have a good-sized crowd there. They'll probably be ready to support the team and everything to see him wrestle against Ferrum for the first time.
Right,
they know that we've got an established program. Have done fairly well. The defending East Region champs.
Right, those guys are gonna be excited to wrestle us. They're gonna be excited to wrestle us. So I'm excited to get down there. So.
Okay, I know you don't like to talk about things ahead, so we're just gonna mention your next tournament after that is the Pete Wilson Invitational.
Right. Yep.
One of the toughest tournaments in the country. Talk a little bit about what you're hoping out of that tournament right there.
I'm hoping, kind of what we did last year. Went in there, and I think we turned some heads, and it didn't really surprise us as a team. I thought, guys were ready to go and prepared, and it's going to be the same thing this year. We just got to go out there and execute, and I think we're going to give ourselves a chance. So.
Finished second as a team in a 34-team tournament last year.
Right, absolutely, yep. So I think, I expect the same thing. We have some guys who get in the finals and win it, and it's going to have to be a collective team effort like it was last year. And last year, I think we had our 25 was hurt, Beckner was hurt, and Bailey actually had to pull out of the tournament too because he got hurt. But he placed, but and then we didn't even have a 33. I don't believe. Robert Cunningham wasn't released yet or cleared yet. So and we still took second. So I think it's a credit to it was a team effort. The other 8 guys, the other 9 guys. So
sure.
I think we need more the same.
A lot of place winners right there and coming to the back bracket.
Right, yep, absolutely, yep. Yeah. Bonus points too were huge.
Yeah, and that's where the tournament winners are made right there.
Right, absolutely.
So, all right, so we'll come back here next week, talk a little bit about the Averett match,
right.
And then we'll preview a little bit with the Wilson, Pete Wilson tournament and everything, and talk a little bit about that. Maybe we can talk a little bit about. We'll have some information maybe on the regionals. We still have no location for the Southeast regionals. What Ferrum is in now.
Right, yep, absolutely. Haven't got much word on that, so I guess we'll just kind of wait and see. I guess.
Well, hopefully by the next show, we'll be able to talk a little bit about that as well. So
absolutely.
Well, Nate, thanks for being with us.
Thanks, Gary.
Folks, thanks for being with us. Ferrum Wrestling 411. I'm your host for Nate Yetzer. I'm Gary Holden. Thanks for being with us, and have a great weekend.